and welcome to Helga's Yoga episode 9. Today I meet you here on a Swiss ball. I'm on a 65 centimeter burst resistant Swiss ball for a very strengthening and stretching yoga practice. So if you don't have a Swiss ball yet, now should be your time to get one because they're brilliant. Especially if you have back problems or back pain, disc problems, or if you'd like to give your arms and shoulders a bit of a rest in your yoga practice. So ball gives wonderful support on the one hand, but it's also a bit of a challenge because it's round and it can roll away, so we really have to use our core muscles, all the muscles that are holding the spine, to stay on it, and our body knows that and it will switch them on without us even having to think about it. So yeah, get online, get a ball and join the practice. And if you have a ball already, I don't have to talk about all the benefits that it gives you. So I've just selected a few ball movements that are absolutely specific to the ball. You know, the first 3 episodes of Helga's Yoga on YouTube, I used the chair. So all the poses that were done on the chair, of course, you can do on the Swiss ball, but there are some poses where the chair doesn't really work that well because it's too static. And the first pose is bouncing on the ball. So if you're not quite sure about the steadiness of your ball, you could have your hands there so you know the ball can't roll away from you. Or you can, once you feel a bit more stable, rest your hands on your thighs. So before you come into bouncing, it's really important that you align your back, so your neutral spine, so that it's really healthy and you get all the benefits without any negative side effects from your bouncing. So bouncing frees up the shoulders, bouncing frees up the hips, and most importantly, the bouncing really frees up your vertebrae and your discs. So as I'm bouncing here, imagine my fists are 2 vertebrae, so they stretch further apart and then they're pressed down a little bit onto the disc, massaging it, and that's what the discs need to stay really, really healthy and to kind of get massaged and stay full of fresh, nice fluid. So bouncing is one of the best things you can do for your body, provided you're a neutral spine. So you can do that anytime you like, as a standalone practice or maybe as a warm-up to your practice. Another really nice movement is just to circle up the ball. Lovely stretch all around, always doing both directions. And then coming back through center. So I'm starting with a bit of a hip opener, taking the feet wider so my toes point out. As always, it's really important that the knees point into the same direction as the space there between second and third toe. I'm taking a couple blocks, substitute with books or whatever else you have. Take them as high, as low as you feel you need to, so you can come down into a half forward fold. So I don't want my back to round and the shoulders to come up to my ears, but the shoulders to stay low, my spine to be long. And then from here, just roll the ball a little bit from side to side. Nice hip stretch, reaching right down into the piriformis, the glute muscles, and then I come over to one side and I move the blocks into the inside of the foot, the inside of the leg. And if you feel you still have a bit of stretch in you, you could come into a full seated forward bend. Taking a couple rounds of breath here, coming back, neutral spine, moving your supports over to the other side. Either staying here in a long spine, especially if you have any disc problems. But if your spine is fine, if you still have a bit more stretch, you can fold in there to the side. Really nice. And then coming back through center, neutral spine, and taking one hand after the other to the inner knees. Of an exhale, looking over one shoulder, other shoulder falls in. Inhale, coming center. Exhale, spinal twist to the other side. Just taking a few of those from side to side. So your hands keep the knees lined up with the ankles. They're not falling in or out. At some point coming through center, sitting back, coming back into your seated mountain, maybe doing another little bit of a bounce in your seated mountain or rolling the ball. From here now I will come down into a ball supported plank pose. I will use again supports here for underneath my hands, so maybe have your books at the ready. And I will explain to you why. So I bring my ball in against my thighs. If I wouldn't use the blocks, my back would be rounding because my shoulders are too low in relation to my hips. So I do have to bring in the blocks so that I can come into a really nice plank pose where my shoulders are a bit higher than the hips are a little bit higher than the heels, and the heels are the furthest point back in the body. And I have my ball right in here underneath my lower back. So it's not that easy to come into an overarch. Now plank pose is normally a quite strenuous posture for the wrists, for the elbows, for the shoulders. But here, with the Swiss ball taking most of my body weight, it's actually really nice. So I can make my hands really light, I can take them away, I can bring them in behind. I'm just using these aforementioned core muscles. You can feel here the muscles to either side of the spine. I can feel my abdominal muscles really working and keeping me in my ball supported plank pose. I can stay here for as many breaths as I'd like to be. I can take the arms forward like a ball supported warrior 3, hero pose, and then coming back into plank. And then taking the blocks out, bending the knees, and just letting the body soften over the ball. There is no other support, no other tool that you could use to let your spine relax and stretch out as safely and efficiently as the Swiss ball. I can bring my body into different shapes here on the ball, so the further back the ball goes, the more it stretches out the lower back. So here not safe for all my support muscles to let go. The back is supported by the ball. The spine can lengthen. And the vertebrae can fluff out again. So this is a really wonderful posture for anyone working with the back, with the discs. Stay here however long you like. Sometimes I just do this one pose during my working day just to release my back. From here we come back into our plank pose. I just move back a little bit because from here I will move into another variation of plank. So I have my plank pose here. Now I walk the hands forward so the feet come off. I don't want to collapse in my back and let the lower back arch, but keep it nice and long. And then from here, bending the knees, nice and slow. See how far you want to take this pose for the first time over, coming into what is called shell pose, so it's like a child's pose here on the Swiss ball. At some point, become strong again, rolling into your plank pose. And coming back up again, nice and slowly rolling up into shell. Head heavy, sitting back, rolling back into plank. It's a nice transition, nice change between really working and then relaxing. And from here, slowly bring the knees down. Coming already towards the end, the third part here of our ball practice. I bring the ball in underneath my legs for my back bend practice. So again, you would have seen this, I think it's on the third video, with the chair. Today I have the ball here which can roll and move on its own. So my stabilizing muscles have to be much more present than using the chair. Coming up into bridge pose, rolling back down again onto the floor. So the further the ball moves away from your body, the more your stabilizing muscles have to work. And then you can use all the different variations that I showed you on the chair video, with your legs, with your arms. And of course then the same goes for really high bridge pose or supported shoulder stand, so making sure the knees are nice and neatly in, and then coming up. Again, taking all the different variations that we went through in the third video. Now coming into all supported spine twist. Arms nice and wide. You want to have your shoulders right underneath the heart center and keeping them anchored there. Rolling the legs over to one side. Off an inhale, coming through center. Rolling the ball, the legs over to the other side. Spinal twist. And from here, just come into a lovely ball supported variation of your Shavasana, your yogic relaxation. It's also a lovely gentle inversion. There's the heart and the head is the lowest point in the body. Staying here for as long as it feels good. Just listening in, noticing the effects of your practice. Thanks very much for joining me, and I hope I'll see you soon again. Namaste.